Can our picnic be right here?
The thought did cross my mind.
Like set it up right behind them.
Yeah, right?
By the fountain, in the sun.
Just open a bottle of champagne right there.
It's awesome!
Well, isn't that a nice little surprise on this Sunday afternoon as we get ready to head out for a picnic? We just popped in our old neighborhood market to get a few last minute things. Now we're going to pop into a boulangerie and get a baguette, and then we're off to open some champagne and picnic by the Eiffel Tower. Let's go. And we wait. The good places always have a line. That's when you know it's good. The one bakery in our neighborhood on Saturday and Sunday mornings, there will literally be 30 people waiting in line for their baguettes, their croissants, and it's worth it. I've waited. I took a couple of, yeah. I ate a couple of the strawberries. Belgiques are the best. I'm going to remove you in case there's a line. Ah, allez-y, allez, non, si vous... Ah, j'attends pas ma femme. The guitar player just asked a random dude to video him.
Oui, tous les dimanches maintenant. Bonjour. Donc, 400 intégrales, donc 2 tranchées, s'il vous plaît. Nature, hein? Ouais. C'est tout, madame? Ouais, je pense, ouais. Merci beaucoup. Et les tomates séchées, je me rappelle. 4 intégrales pour la dame. Bonjour.
Bonjour, madame. Je voudrais une tradition.
Et 2,60.
Ouais.
Ce sera tout?
Oui.
Ah non, non, je viens de...
Merci.
En plus, bien blanchi. Ouais.
It's still warm. Merci, au revoir, bonne journée. You could sit here and watch them make this all day long. It's like big puffs of meringue rolled in chocolate flakes, different flavors. So regular chocolate, milk chocolate, strawberry flavored chocolate, framboise or raspberry flavored chocolate, and they make what's called cramiques. It's a loaf of brioche, and they have them with sugar or with chocolate chips, and oh my god, when you get them and they're just out of the oven, they're to die for. Waffle cones, that's something new. I don't know if they're serving glass now or ice cream. We'll have to see.
Serve ice cream here too, and when it warms up, remember to
Oh, right. Not sure.
Good voice. I like this guy.
Not sure the guy knew what he was getting into. He hasn't agreed to film him. C'est combien? 2, 3 ou 4? 3 ou 4?
The 6 of the babies. 6 of the little ones.
6 of the little ones? What do you mean?
I feel like you're getting that size.
I was going to get 4 of those, one of each.
Okay.
Oh no, there's other ones. Ah bonjour monsieur, je voudrais 4 de mini.
Alors vous en prenez combien?
Chocolat.
Vous en prendrez combien en tout s'il vous plaît?
4. Désolé.
Chocolat?
Chocolat et c'est chocolat blanc?
Chocolat blanc spéculoos, monsieur.
Ah, ok, ça marche.
Avec lui?
Oui, oui.
Ah,
Oui.
Et le spéculoos?
Café.
Café, ok. Un café. Et fraise ou framboise?
Cerise.
Cerise, ah, ça marche.
Ça sera tout, monsieur?
Oui, c'est tout.
Du coup, qu'est-ce qu'il y avait pour le monsieur?
Café.
4 mini.
Oui.
Bonjour monsieur, je vous fais alors.
Bonjour.
Vous voulez ça?
C'est tout. Pas
D'accord.
quatre.
C'est bon, non, s'il vous plaît. Allez-y. Ah,
Tout. Ouais.
Bon après-midi à vous.
Merci, vous aussi. Ah, they are doing ice cream already. All right. Oh, baguette almost bit the dust.
vous attendez?
Ah non, non, non. Look across the street. Look, 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 look. All right, so here we are at the base of the Trocadero platforms in what's known as the Trocadero Gardens. Looking for your picnic spot, you want to consider a few things. First, you want to look for shade or sun. Today, we're wanting full sun because it's a little bit chilly out here. I want to say it's probably low 60s, but there's a very crisp breeze, so we're opting for full sun versus going over to where the tree is throwing some shade. We are also choosing to go by the pretty picnic, by the pretty flowers and garden area here. And then obviously we wanted a full view of the Eiffel Tower, so this spot works great for that. And the other thing you also want to look for when it's much more busy than this is smokers, unless you're a smoker yourself. Look for where the smokers are around you, then look to see where the wind is, and then adjust accordingly. There's nothing worse, in my opinion, as a non-smoker, setting up your picnic, taking a nice smell of your baguette, the champagne and everything, and then drinking it and tasting cigarette smoke. And it's quite prevalent in Paris, so keep an eye out for that. But I think we're gonna go ahead and set up here and get started. Let's picnic. Now that Cheyenne has expertly laid out our blanket, she apparently had a very specific vision for that shot, so I hope that I was able to capture it just as she wanted. Ooh, she's giving me the eye over there. So this video is giving you guys a glimpse into how Cheyenne and I picnic. We tend to do things a little over the top, and honestly today this one's not going to be nearly over the top. Like I didn't bring any raw oysters that we're going to be shucking out on site, but I have done that before. But this is just kind of our daily life here in Paris and how we picnic. We will do another video that we will, I'm not sure if we're going to link to because I'm not sure when it's going to be done, but we will be doing another video showing you guys as tourists coming to Paris how you can set up your own picnic, what you'll find in the local grocery store, what you can use in your Airbnb or your hotel to set up your own picnic, and we look forward to doing that one for you guys. But one of the first things you want to know is when you're packing your bag, always pack your picnic blanket last. So that way it's on top. Right when you get to the spot, you can throw that out. It's easy to get to, and it gives you a clean space to put all your things out. Usually we would always put it in first because we were keeping all the food and drinks, champagne and whatnot chilled, so we'd put those in last. And then we had to take all that stuff out just to get to the blanket, right? Then obviously we always get our baguettes at the last possible minute, so that way they're fresh. This one was still warm. Then we'll lay out our board. Plates, napkins, we'll put some weight on top of that. All right. And we'll just start getting all the food out, and then we'll lay it out, make it nice and pretty. All right, so our overly bedazzled French glasses with our bleu, blanc, rouge, blue, white, and red for the French flag. A little bit of water. We've got our cherry tomatoes, our Belgian strawberries, absolutely delicious. Some comté, cheese, some cashews, so we have a little bit of crunch, a little bit of salt to go with the champagne. One of our favorite types of cheese, profite Savarin, which is a triple cream. We have some mimolette cheese, some butter, a very special loaf of bread Cheyenne found at the market yesterday. All of our charcuterie, a little bit of dessert, and of course the champagne in a nice bag. But we are going to keep that down in the bag, protected from the sun for as long as possible. Our big napkin and hand towel. This is how I always wrap up cutlery, so that way it doesn't puncture anything. If you reach your hands down in, it's good and safe. So that's how we transport all of that. And these little things, which I'll show you later, are one of our favorite pieces of picnic equipment. That's right. And you saw our little stop for Au Merveilleux. Cannot wait to have those.
And the baguette. Sorry, it happened again.
Yeah.
Sorry, not sorry.
It happens. So normally for the cheese and everything, I definitely would have went to the market and gotten all that, but we're kind of crunched on time since Cheyenne leaves for the US in just a few days. So when I select cheese for a picnic, I always try to go for a soft cheese, a medium cheese, and a hard cheese. So our soft cheese is going to be the Brillat Savarin, our medium cheese is going to be the Comté, and our hard cheese is going to be the Mimolette. And there also happens to be 3 of my favorite cheeses. We've got a little bit of health food with the tomatoes. So you'll notice that this cheese is pre-cut. For the harder cheeses, I prefer to do some of the prep work at home before coming out because it's just easier to do with a real kitchen knife and it makes a little less work out here. But I also like to leave the end block with the rind and everything of the piece of cheese intact and pretty whole. I think it just makes for a better presentation, and if someone's not familiar with the cheese, it shows them what it originally looked like, rather than just having a strip of the orange mimolette. Okay, I did the same thing with the Comté as well. And I'm not gonna set all of this out because it is pretty warm. And being more medium cheese, it might just get a little greasy and too soft, so we'll tuck that away. Maybe just a little taste test. So good. There you go.
Yeah, thanks.
So same thing with the meats. I usually go for 3 different types of meats. A little bit of variety. With the meats, it could be texture. So you could get a round, hard saucisson. Insert all the giggles there, I know. And then you can get a very thin prosciutto, or something lined with a decent amount of fat. And you could get something that's more peppery, something that's more salty. We have quite a bit of meat for just the 2 of us. So I'm not gonna set everything out here. So this is the copa, so you notice that this is much fattier than what I just put out. Texture's pretty much the same though. So one might ask, why go through the trouble of laying all this stuff out? Why not just open the packages, start digging in? Well, when I was in culinary school, one of the first things they teach us is you eat with your eyes first. So when they set the plate in front of you, how it looks greatly influences how it's going to taste. Same thing works for picnics, I believe, even though it's not like a beautifully plated Michelin style meal. I think making it look pretty makes it taste a little better. So some other things you could do is cantaloupe is great, especially with the prosciutto type meat. You can wrap the prosciutto around little slices of cantaloupe. It's absolutely delicious. You can get a big bunch of grapes. Personally, I like my grapes crushed, fermented, and turned into wine or champagne. So that's what I do. And what I'm doing here is just trying to separate the colors a little bit. I put my butter in the freezer about an hour or so before coming out. So that way it won't be completely melted. Still have a nice little texture to it. Let's see. We want the two bowls next to each other. Wait. There. And this stuff is absolutely delicious, this lasagna. Let's see, we're gonna make a little adjustment here. There. That makes it off board. You are making something like just a bit. Put that there. Little sample. There you go. Still the best, but at 52 euro a kilo versus 20-something euro a kilo for the other stuff, it better taste this good. If you're familiar with pata negra, the Spanish sliced charcuterie that's extremely expensive but like the most delicious in the world, this is probably the closest flavor profile you're going to get to that without paying the full price for that. So sometimes I would have cut the baguette at home, but we bought it while we were on the way here. So what the French often do is they simply just tear their pieces off and eat it like that. Obviously, if you're in the presence of friends, you want to cut it so that way everyone's not just tearing it up. Delicious. Oh yes. Oh, what is it? 100% chestnut, she said. Oh, yeah. So it's very, very dense. So I definitely used the bread knife at home to cut this.
You said it would be great with foie gras or cheese.
Okay, so we have our knife for cutting our hard cheeses. We have the knife for the butter and a knife for the soft cheese, and I don't think we need these two extras or this guy here. So we'll just drop those back in the bag. Pack away all the packaging material, make it nice and pretty.
Tomatoes out still?
And Cheyenne and I will go through this bread rather quickly, so I'm just gonna leave all the little bits right there. All right. And then after, of course, we'll have our dessert. Oh, I almost forgot something. I forgot that we picked this up at the market at the last minute. Oh. So we have some casualties from the bike ride. Our plate's cracked a bit, but hey, this is real life. Things happen. So we picked up a little terrine de campagne from our old neighborhood market. this stuff is absolutely delicious. If you're a vegetarian, not for you. If you're not a vegetarian, absolutely great. Spread it on the baguette. It is absolutely delish. Okay. Et voila. But the pièce de résistance. These little guys. I forget where I found them. Probably Amazon. But this is when our friends normally look at us and just shake their heads and be like, are you serious, guys? Really? This is what y'all do? So, if the ground's not too hard, I forget the last time it was that it rained, we'll put this in here. We'll take our super fancy little cups. Et voila. You have your champagne always at the ready. It's not tipsy-turvy, topsy-turvy, however you say that, and it's gonna fall over.
What do they do, Doug, if they don't have these crazy
Very good question. So, the normal French trick, if you're out picnicking, usually you're gonna have little plastic goblets or little plastic cups. You take your shoe, and I don't wanna put it on the board here, but voila,
Show me.
shoe holder. So, just comme ça, just like this. Whoops. Normally the little cups, goblets fit in much better,
Yeah.
but we have these, so.
Cool.
All right, it's finally time for the best part of the picnic, the opening of the champagne. So we have these ice bags. You put them in the freezer and then wrap around the bottle, and it keeps them really cold for quite a while. We actually do travel with these, so we wouldn't judge if you travel with one of these to the US. If you're in New Orleans, if you're any of our New Orleans peeps, our friends at Keep & Company Wine Shop have them. Definitely recommend getting them. But it is.
You're ready.
Oh, I am ready. Sorry. You're absolutely right, my love. So this had a interesting little bike ride over here. So I'm expecting it to bubble just a little bit, but we're gonna try to minimize it. The French do not pop bottles.
They make them.
Sigh. Like the sound of a satisfied French woman, if you know what I mean.
Which is exactly how it was explained to us.
Oh.
Oh, I'm ready. No drop wasted.
Et voilà, c'est bon. Santé, mon amour. Et santé à tous. Oh my God, I love this stuff.
Let's eat.
Bon appétit, bonne dégustation. France is known for their Gariguette strawberries, which are in season now. Personally, the ones from Belgium, in my mind, are absolute best.
So juicy.
Super juicy, super sweet. Definitely try the Gariguettes if you're here while they're in season. It is end of April right now, and they are in season, so I honestly don't pay attention to when they're in season because I don't like them that much. But do try them. Let me know what you think about them. Leave comments. When you go to the market, if you saw our market video, the signs will tell you where all the produce is from. So if it's from Belgium, if it's the Gariguettes, it will say that. Get both. Get a barquette of each and see how they are.
Hand sanitizer.
Oh la la.
Snap.
Look at their chairs.
Gotta ask. Oh, totally gotta ask. I'm gonna go ask. Okay.
Où sont trouvées les chaises? Où sont trouvées? Or,
Vous avez acheté des chaises.
bon courage. We'll see how this goes. I'm not sure it was in that first sip of champagne, but she never volunteers to go speak to French people, ever. She is terrified of speaking French in public and getting corrected. Ugh, this is just delicious.
Amazon.
Of course.
Click clack. Transat. Plage. Definitely said like a plage one, but the Transat with chairs. Click clack. Okay. You remember that? If not, I guess it's recorded.
So Click Clack is the brand?
Yeah, it said click clack like on their thing as they were putting on the way.
I told the people, I don't know, it was in that first sip of champagne, but for you to just go running over there and ask people that likely spoke French, I'm like, you never want to speak to people in French in public.
I actually did it in French too. I got scared when I first said, bonjour, j'ai une question. And I was like, parlez anglais? She said a little, because I need to know I have a backup to fall on. But I did it in French.
Champagne, liquid courage, one sip.
And barefoot and all. And I realized almost when I was up to them, I didn't have a mask, but we're outside, so kept my distance. He's very tall like you too. I was like, mon mari, j'adore des chaises, il est grand aussi.
So typically anything salty goes great with champagne. So popcorn actually goes really great with champagne. Salted nuts goes great with champagne. Caviar, of course, salty, goes good with champagne.
They're not salty, but
No,
go great.
sweet.
These are gonna go great. Close your ears, Doug.
Why?
Doug. I can't call you Doug. Douglas or Doug.
What am I about to hear?
You're not about to hear anything. Doug is not gonna know until this video posts how much this bread costs.
Oh, please don't tell me.
Not.
In my opinion, it's not very good bread.
Well, I knew I made a mistake by not asking the moment I heard it was 100% chestnut.
Well, hopefully it wasn't 100% euros, 100 euros. Why are you giggling? I don't think it's funny.
I mean, it wasn't 100 euro bread, no.
Well, good, because I'd be sitting on a few more bottles of champagne out here if that's the case.
Don't worry. I'd have managed to tell him I was sorry. I bet it's go with Briat, though.
Now that I apparently know we paid a lot for it, I need to try it again. It's better with the butter.
Butter? You had it with butter? I didn't have it with butter yet.
I thought that's what you just gave it to me with.
No, Briat.
Oh, well, it's like butter.
Did we tell them about the new bread trick that we even have to do still to keep our bread fresh longer?
No. What trick do we have to do?
So we recently learned that a way to keep your baguettes, your fresh breads, fresh longer is to put them in a linen bag. And they say you can have it for like up to a week. And I think we really need to do that because we don't always go through a full baguette if we get it at home, like for dinner. The picnic we often do. Like today we have this and the chestnut bread, so you know we're not going to eat all of that. And it would be nice to not waste it, obviously.
I've heard you can freeze them as well, like wrap them, plastic wrap and freeze them, but if you want to pull it out every day.
Like wet them or something and put it in the oven for a couple minutes?
Yeah, something like that.
Something like that?
Yeah.
So we do need to get better with those things. But Doug's watching his figures, so we don't have a lot of bread.
We don't have a lot of champagne.
For the Iron Man. Click clack transat.
Don't forget it. So when you hang out with us, first of all, you should know, if you don't already, that we're from New Orleans. So eating and drinking as our social interaction is ingrained deeply into our lives. And we don't ever want anyone to go hungry or go thirsty. So we have a very bad habit. I wouldn't say a bad habit. I mean, but we have this
Ingrained in us.
we have this habit of always providing way too much food and way too much drink. But I've never really heard anyone complain. Like, I would much rather have too much than not enough.
Our first apéro hour we tried to do on our balcony with 5, 6 friends.
Yeah.
Apparently, we had so much food, it ended up being labeled as an apéro dîner trois, which is basically an apéro that you provided enough food.
With dinner.
Was also dinner. Turned into dinner. And I think we did a pretty good job that night, in all honesty, but everyone ended up being there a long time.
Right.
We still had a little left.
Yeah. So this would probably be enough for 3,
Yeah.
for sure. Because we didn't lay it all. If we laid everything out, it would be enough for 4.
Probably. Yeah, for sure. We just have to
And
stay here longer today. Make it a lunch dîner trois ensemble.
lunch or dîner, I don't know.
Lunchy trois.
So pricing wise, let's just say this was, or pricing wise.
You don't know. The mystery part.
Okay, well, I don't know the cost of that. This is true. But I would say we spent €12 on the charcuterie.
In total?
Yes, it was €12 for the charcuterie. The cheese is probably 4, 8, 12, probably €12 on the cheese. 50 cents for the tomatoes. It's €2 for the terrine.
Strawberries?
Strawberries, I don't recall. I want to say maybe €5, but we don't have the entire barquette. So $12.24. I would say maybe €35, and we're going to have leftovers, and we're not using everything. So if you not with the champagne, obviously, and that can be as you wish. You can buy a €7 bottle of Crémant, which is sparkling French, just not from Champagne, or you could buy a, I don't know, €40 bottle of Veuve Clicquot.
And if you just pop in the store and buy some simple picnic things. That's mine. He always does this. Doug,
Oui,
stop it.
c'est moi.
So if they pop in a store and just grab a few things, it could probably be done easily 25 and under, probably including wine.
Oh, absolutely. Just depends on how much you want to eat, how much variety you want.
Simple,
for sure. Absolutely. Okay, so
No,
then what?
I don't know. I had a different plan.
Oh, what was the plan?
The tower's sparkling.
During the day,
Yeah.
of course it
Don't you
is.
see it? Don't you? Look, right there on the side.
Yeah,
those
the sun's
sparkles?
reflecting off of it just the right way to where it kind of.
Like diamonds in the sky.
I understand.
Ah, you want me to kiss?
You owe me champagne.
You owe me champagne. Mmm.
€12. You paid €12 for that frickin' bed?
You said more than.
More than €12? You paid more than €12 for this? Ow, shit. You paid more than €12 for that? How, is it easier to bleep out or for me to just, edit myself? How much did you spend for this bread?
Less than 13.
$12.50?
80.
$12.80? It's
It was not bad.
not bad.
It's not bad. Look, this part's soft. Eat it.
If someone comes try to steal our champagne, I'm hitting them over the head with this piece of bread. And I guarantee you, I'm coming out on top.
Well, then it'll be a very good €12 investment.
Well, I suppose so, when you put it that way. All right, let's take a look at dessert here.
Now that I have bread in my mouth. It's time. My favorite part. of picnics. We already showed you these, so it's not a big secret, but it is time to...
Real life.
We told you guys, real life, real life. This is what happens when you get them and ride a bike to your picnic.
Jeez, please.
Poop. Merde. Okay, well,
Still in good shape.
it'll taste the same. They just rolled around a little. They had a party. Party in the box. Okay, which one? So what do we get? I heard them correcting you on flavors. We got like a, was it a white vanilla or a white chocolate?
Chocolate.
Cerise.
White chocolate.
This should be
which is
chocolate.
cherry.
And was it a caramel or a hazelnut?
And then speculoos.
Speculoos. Was that the speculoos? Was the white chocolatey one, wasn't it?
Sort of. C'est bon?
Yeah, it's just this beautiful, wonderful melange of meringue and chocolates and just freaking yum. I need some champagne though. It's been a while. It's been too long. It's been too long, oh Matthew. The best of Fred. Something like that, huh? Matthew. No, just kidding. Here you go, dude. Oh, I thought you were taking the whole bite. Don't let it fall.
No. I don't like to do it all in one bite. I like to split up into two and savor it a little longer. Maybe my other half. All right, well, that was fun. Lots of food, not enough champagne.
Always.
But I suppose it's time to call it a day.
Okay. If we must.
I think we must. Love you.
Love you. Shut down.
All right. Oh. Everyone's gonna love seeing how like I'm picking up the blanket while you just spend the entire time trying to put shoes on.
They're gonna love how you're such a man wanting a cookie for folding up a blanket.
Getting out of people's way that we're filming.